costumes he had, so it was fun. We had a girl time playing around with it, and I didn't realize it was an actual costume costume until after. So I was like playing around with it, and then my mom told me after, she was like, you know, that was a real costume. So yeah, that was really fun. And like the guts of the costume were made of like gelatin and strawberry sauce. It was an interesting combination, but I actually had to eat them. And they tasted very interesting. It tasted like, maybe this is what I can turn into. But yeah, that was a super fun scene.
There's a lot from that scene.
I know, a lot about just influence and stuff.
There's like a whole probably mini movie of just like
I
this
know.
dead possum. I was playing fetch with them, I was playing play dead. Good puppet show.
Oh yeah.
Just demented.
Thank you. Excellent. My favorite scene is the store scene between you two classes.
Oh, yeah. That was such a fun scene.
Always a fun scene.
I like any of those scenes where Art just messes with people in public. And it's just like, he's sure.
Such an asshole.
He's definitely an asshole.
And his ex-wife. Just wait, there's some great scenes like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hi, my name is Ethan. I'm from Manchester, New Jersey. My question is for all of you. What is your favorite kill in Terrifiers 1 or 2 that isn't the hacksaw scene or the bedroom scene? And I have to ask because my favorite is in Terrifier 1 when Art just gets so sick of terrorist shit and just shoots her. I think that's super underrated.
Yeah, that was fun. I would say probably mine would be, don't tell my baby this, but oh, shit! I just loved his decapitation. I thought that was just such a fun turning him into a human pest dispenser was just a lot of fun. I think it was so gruesome too, and I loved it. So that was mine.
I think I have to say a very underrated scene is in Terrifier 2 is Barbara shocks his mom. That was very unexpected. It was just
Mind-blowing.
I would say the same thing as Damien said. I love that part. I don't know, you don't really see it coming and all of a sudden, boom. So yeah, that was very underrated.
They're all really good. I always say I really like Brooke's kill because they use condoms. Right? I'm right at that, right? We use condoms for the bubbling on the face.
I did, yeah.
Because it was such a low budget, but they threw acid on their face.
And you need to be safe.
Damien was blowing into a tube for the sort of to look like her face was bubbling from the acid, and the bubbling was condoms. And like I was blown away by like just the innovativeness of having
So perfect.
So yeah, there's so many good kills, and like just with these practicals, like how can you not appreciate them all?
Yeah, I was going to say the Brooke kill as well. This was very savage, sadistic. But since you already said that, I think I really like the reveal of the cat lady kill in Fullam and just seeing the prance around. That was by far the most awkward moment ever in the entire franchise. Because I always say to telling that story, we didn't know what Terrifier wasn't Terrifier when we were shooting the original Terrifier. It was just this weird indie killer clown movie, and there had to be a lot of trust going on. It was easier for part 2 because everybody knew what Terrifier was, but trying to convince Dave to do that, that was a conversation. Originally in the script, he wasn't supposed to be naked. He was wearing her body parts over the clown costume, but as we got closer, I was like, that's not gonna look as cool and as disturbing as if he was naked and bloody. And this is Dave's first movie, and I tell him the idea, I'm like, what do you think? I'm like, I really think it's gonna be a lot more disturbing if you do that. And there's like a little bit of a pause on the phone and he goes, okay.
Well, I
figured, because Catherine was really exposing herself in such a vulnerable way for what was going to be killed in the movie. We're just like, if she can do that, then I can do this. Because, it would definitely be really freaky. Like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll just gross people out with my brush.
We get a lot of your touch in this franchise.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You look great. Thank you all.
You mentioned someone said something about the old silent comedians. I was just wondering how much influence the old cartoons had. Like, even I think it was Babe Luke, the
Coco the Clown?
yeah, it was just like art, and then so much watching it. I had this idea of like, honestly, once the Terrifier movies, I laughed harder than I haven't ever movie in a long time. That might be locked up in the pen itself. Just the how much the old cartoons like Tex Avery, Chuck Jones had on influence on everything, because basically art just reminded me so much of, oh, Wile E. Coyote got the Roadrunner. That's exactly what he would look like when I sit there smiling with blood all over him. How much old cartoons are influenced.
Well, I mean, I'm very much inspired by the silent film actors, horror actors, and Lon Chaney. You see, is one of my favorite, Phantom and Hunchback, all those movies. But in terms of your acting, I mean, what you bring to it, that's all your personal chat, plus the your influences.
Plus, I'm a big Warner Brothers fan too. I love that. I kind of look at it as art as kind of like being Mars version of like Bugs Bunny. So he's that kind of magician, scam that's always just trying to one up everybody, and that's one of the takes I go to. So, plus, I'm a cartoon freak. I love cartoons. Like one of my dream roles would be to reboot the Mask franchise. I like doing the original comic books, the Dark Horse comics, where it's just dark and bloody and violent.
Yeah.
I think now because the Deadpool movies, that's something that actually done now.
The Mask comic, so many people think of Jim Carrey, but in the comic book, it only affected the guy wearing the mask. So when you had like the guy pulling the giant machine guns, it's like everyone sees me on line out with the X's on their eyes. In the comics, that's just red mist.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. It's so dark. I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Alex. I'm from Boston. I was just wondering if you had the keys to any established franchise or franchise, would you rather remake it or make a legacy sequel?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm on record saying I would kill to make Friday the 13th reboot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Oh, that's right, it is. Yeah. Wow, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Jason was always my guy growing up. And he's more violent than some of the other ones, so I can do some really cool things with his kill scenes. I try and just make it scary, really, really creepy. As if you've never met Jason before, So, who knows, maybe kid 27 is the one to take it back.
And would that be a reboot or would it be a legacy sequel?
No, I'd like to do a reboot. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shelley from Worcester, New York. I was wondering, so I heard a rumor that you actually got sick while filming the new movie. Is that true? And if it's not, or if it is there any other scenes that were almost too, you really can't really do that, or anything?
Well, I'll answer the second question first. Yeah, in like part 2, when I was having to dig into Allie's chest and everything, they had all the
That was Brooke.
Brooke's on it. Oh God, brain fart. But yeah, Brooke's chest was like they had all this different meats and stuff like that in there in the ribs. So it's like it was a smorgasbord of like textures. It was really gross and cold there. And then we had to go eat dinner right afterwards. E. coli and salmonella all over me. And I'm like, oh God, no. And I'm like, God. Then that's where you had to take out a lot of audio because I'm sitting there the whole time going, oh bro, oh God.
That's the real underground for you.
But yeah, in part 3, it is very true. They have this all on video, which they just can't release it yet because it's a big spoiler in the movie. But yeah, I did throw up. I got very, very close. I was proud of myself. Because I didn't want to ruin my makeup because Heather had spent all these hours just doing my makeup and they're like, okay, let's roll. And I'm like, oh God, no. And it's something that it's one of those things that really, it's one of those few things that really grosses me out. And I just feel that they need to literally let it.
I would never.
And they're all waiting for it, you know, like, okay, well, it's 8 minutes view. And I'm just like, oh God. And the location we're in, it was very hot and warm in there, and there were a lot of odors in there too. And then one of my other co-stars, besides just, who was not in the scene at that point, besides just kind of eating this smelly bag of corn nuts. It was worse for me, and they're kind of like, hey, how are you? Because sometimes I would have some doubles come in for me, like when I'm in makeup, and they need to still film things, so like somebody else I would go into my arm at the time and my leg or something like that. Like, can Steve just go in for me right now? Like, oh no, your face is right in the shot. Why? But we got it, and yeah, you might be able to figure it out because it'll probably gross you guys out too. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite kills in the whole franchise because I think this is just, it's horrific. I've never seen a kill like this ever in a horror film before. Like when we wrote this script, I was like, what is wrong with you? This is just bad. It's not funny, it is just gross and disturbing. And that's what got to me too. I was like, oh my God, imagine this actually happening to a real person. And so, yeah, it's cruel. Yeah. You might have some fun watching this scene too.
They're not all that cool. There's some fun ones.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Leone from the UK, and follow up from that girl's question. Because you nearly vomited, does that mean that because Terrifier is about pushing boundaries from the previous one, does that mean if another film was to come about, you sort of wouldn't do it if it exceeded boundaries?
We'll still keep going. You know, I suffer from my art, I guess you could say.
That's right. It's like because Terrifier does push boundaries, and even die-hard horror fans don't watch it. It's like, what's the most uncomfortable scene that you've had to film?
Yeah, well, I think it was the, like I said, the cat lady scene, but also the scene where he's interacting with the cat lady, with the baby doll. That's just such an awkward, weird scene. But yeah, there's a few. The franchise is filled with them.
Did you? Yeah. Anything action, but.
I think I got it pretty easy. Honestly, the most uncomfortable scene I've ever had was just me falling down. I don't know why. It was just so hard for me to do. But I would say that's it. I got it easy. I know. I'm learning.
Yeah, but then there's scenes that are maybe awkward or intense, and you just don't want to be in that situation. Like for the actor, you know it's going to be a really intense scene, and everybody's sort of intense or whatever. But then there's just scenes that the environment is awful. Like when we filmed the entire climax on Terrifier 2 in the Fright Factory, the haunted house, it was like being in a cave for 3 weeks in the middle of the night. I mean, just no heat, and everybody's getting sick, and everybody's tired, and we didn't really have union rules on that movie, so if we needed to, like there was one day where I was on for like 26 hours, just like back-to-back days shooting. I was just like napping in between takes if I could, so that's really uncomfortable and awful, and that's how it is to shoot these movies a lot of times, so that's not fun.
Yeah, no, that sort of discomfort, yeah, we've all had. But I know what you mean. You mean like discomfort and like the children are so uncomfortable. That is awful. Yeah, that's terrible. so like, what the fuck? But yeah, no, I think I'm going to say both. I can't speak on Terrifier 3 yet, obviously, but for my experience on Terrifier 2, I kind of got it. Well, you made it easy, but in terms of what I had to see, I felt like not as much as some of the other actors, like the actors that played like Amelie, especially Adam and Fullam and Dave. So I've been out. I can't talk about it, but it's just like that.
You know what really got me the most out of all three movies was editing the bedroom scene and listening to Casey scream for hours in my ear, and I actually got lightheaded because there was no music, there wasn't anything to make it a movie, you know, and I'm just listening to this woman scream at the top of her lungs. I literally got lightheaded, and I called Dave, and I was like, man, I think this scene's gonna work.
She brought up a great point in passing. What I'm thinking about is, I do know a lot of lifelong, Generation X like me, horror fans who love all this horror stuff.